Yarny friends, this is Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today for episode number 64. This is a crochet podcast where I take you on my yarniest adventures in hopes that you find some sort of inspiration. So grab your favorite beverage, prop those feet up because you deserve to, and enjoy what I have to share. So, I didn't record last week. No. I was in a funk last week for whatever reason. I just wasn't in the mood to do a single thing. So I didn't, pretty much. So I took the day off from recording things, and so I'm back at it again today. So I did work a lot on some things this past 2 weeks. I have 2 finished objects, yay me, and some whips, and I have a new project started, but I'll explain. So let's get started. Okay, so the new project that I started, I needed something that was easy peasy, mindless, didn't require concentration. I plan on working on it with my knit night girls when we have knit night, or just those days that my brain can't seem to handle much else. So what I'm doing is a plaid blanket. Now I don't look like much now, but it's going to be a plaid blanket, and this is the yarn that I recently got from Joann's, and I think it was my last yarn stash enhancing video. Just a heads up, there's no yarn stash enhancing video this week. There wasn't one last week. I've been really good for the past 2 weeks. Yay me again. Anyways, so yes, so this is going to be a plaid. Like I said, it doesn't look like much now, but it will. Just some 2 little squares hooked together. So what this is, it's a corner to corner square, and I really like this technique into creating a plaid effect. On Fiber Spider's channel, he has a tutorial on how to join corner to corner squares as you go. So I don't have to sew these together, which I love even more. And then I can coordinate. So like, say this is the bottom and I put another square here. I can go up here, put a square here. And so I can adjust the size as I need with the yarn that I have, if that makes sense. So that's the start. So, excuse me, the yarn I'm using for this project here is, like I said, the Big Twist yarn that I recently bought. Big Twist Value in the color Wine and Light Rose. And I'm going to put some white in there as well too. Those 3 colors are going to make this plaid effect that I like. I use these 2 colors in my Owl amigurumi that I just finished. And I loved how it looked. Each one of these skeins is 100% acrylic, 4 medium, 380 yards. Now I'll tell you, when I started the square, I started with the red one. I was like, is this what I want to do with this? Because we just redid our bedroom last year. It's not done yet. Don't get me started on that conversation. But it is like a taupe brown color and white. And my comforter is a maroon color. Those were our wedding colors as well too. I just love that color combination. So I contemplated if I wanted to use this wine color with a taupe color. But I decided that because I have just like a half a skein of this yarn and taupe, so I didn't have enough to do anything with, and I was thinking like something striped or something like that, not a plaid effect one. So I contemplated if I should not go along with this and just do what I wanted, a blanket for my bedroom. But I decided to go along and go ahead and do this because I can get more of this maroon. I can get more of the taupe. Like I said, I needed something mindless to work on, because I didn't have any of those projects. A lot of the projects I have going on require thinking, and I needed a big project where it didn't require any thinking. So this is going to be the winner. So it's going to be slow progress, but it's okay. The other project that got lots of love is my Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 February, which is fiber sources. So anything where we can get our yarn from. I'm very dry today. And I believe it was the last video I said I had this yarn, this multicolored yarn. I don't know if I really wanted to start a second llama in that multicolored yarn. Didn't know if I wanted to. Knew I wouldn't have time. And I went ahead and did it. So, these don't look like much, but here they are. I got 2 llamas going. I have the bodies done. This pattern is from Grayson Yarn. I'll be sure to link it down below. It's a free pattern. So I have 2 going, and I'm liking them both. I'm so glad I started this in the multicolored yarn. So this is the legs and the body, and here's the neck. Now it looks unproportionate to me. I just feel like the body should be longer in comparison to my legs, but I'm going to trust the pattern once I get the parts. So I got to do the head and the arms and the face and all that. So I still got quite a ways to go. And it's February 27th. So the end of the month is just a couple days away. Not going to panic. This usually happens to me. That's okay. I will continue to work on them. So yes, what yarn am I using for this? This one here is I Love This Yarn in the color Linen, and it is 100% acrylic for medium, and there's 355 yards in one of these skeins. And for this part here, I'm actually using the taupe that I was saying about earlier for this other blanket. This is the Big Twist in the color taupe. See, I'll show you what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something with this color combination. I think that'd be pretty for a blanket in my room, but I'm sure there's going to be more yarn entering my stash, so I'm going to try and get some more of this taupe, some more of the wine. I'll probably need some white as well too, maybe not, but I've been going through white like crazy, white and black. I've been using a lot of, but so yes, that's the color combination I was talking about. So yes, I use this for the bottoms of the feet. Then for my multicolored yarn, I used the I Love This Yarn print, and it's the colorway Belladonna. I love these colors. In the print, it's not as much yardage. It's 252 yards. So, it's cute. I'm hoping I have enough yarn. I guess I really didn't think of that. I'll make it work. And then for the bottoms of the feet, I'm just using I Love This Yarn in white. And I just stuck that in my tee. I just stuck the string in my tee. It's okay. Just a little piece. It's fine. Everything's fine. So there's my llamas. I probably won't have them done for a couple more weeks, but that's okay. And then I'm going to soon, at the end of this episode, announce March's theme, which I'm very excited about. So February, you still have a few more days to get your amigurumi fiber sources to get entered to win this skein of yarn. This is the one I'm making my second llama out of, the Belladonna, and one of my stitch markers. So yay! So those have gotten my love and the 2 finishes that I have. Yes, 2 finishes. I'm very excited. So the first one is my hat that I'm entering into Crochet Creations by Christy. She has hats, and more hats. It's a monthly. She's been doing it for quite some time now. You make a hat a month and you get entered into a drawing. So this month, and I was feeling the inspiration from, I've been making some hats on my knit machine. I was feeling the inspiration. I was really never into the hats, you know, and I'm now into making hats. So I want to make one a month at least. It's funny because like I was into hats. I wasn't into amigurumi a couple years ago. And it's funny how our taste changes throughout the years. So, and I'm glad. So, I am so dry. Okay. So the hat I made this month is the Lucy Crochet Beanie by Ruby Webbs. It's a pay-for pattern off of Etsy. It's in black and white, I'm sorry. But it was actually on sale. I'm not sure if it is. I'll be sure to link it down below. But it has the sizes toddler, child, adult small, adult medium, and adult large. She has all the information you need, or the pattern for all the sizes. So I know it doesn't look like much, but that's the pattern I used. The yarn I used is this Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. I love these colors. I said it in my other episodes. I love the muted colors of these. I do want to get some other colors added to my collection. So this is the colorway Spice. It's 100% a premium acrylic for medium, 232 yards. So I had part of a skein and I used a little bit out of this skein. So I think this is the last one I have in this color. So I got to find something to do with that. And here is my hat. I made the toddler size. Added a nice little pom-pom. And one of my tags that I got off of Etsy as well too. This is the toddler size. This texture, I love it. Very simple, but it gave it nice texture. So I love it. What do you guys think? Now, right about, there's the back. Maybe not. So I was looking at my camera here. It kind of looks like there's a color difference here. But it depends on how I hold it. It goes away, but you don't see it on the back. Like I did add on the other skein, but when I hold it here, I don't see it at all. Just when I hold it in certain sections. Oh, okay. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, love the hats. Very simple. It is a 2-row repeat to get this texture. Very, very nice. I love it. I do want to make this one again with a ribbed brim. So yes, I love it. Love the color, and the pom-pom is perfect for it as well too. So there's the first finish. Now I got to find another hat for March. I do enjoy now going online and looking for hats patterns. So I pick out the yarn first, which there's another yarn I want to do. I should have grabbed it. It's one that Christy gifted me when we opened up our what are those called? With the little skeins. Oh, what's that called? I'm drawing a complete blank. But we had other gifts in there, and she gave me this 2 skeins of this grayish whitish color. And so I went to make a hat out of that. So, are you ready for my finish number 2? I am super excited about this one. This is the baby blanket I've been working on, and it is done. I had the blanket done already. I think I had it finished last week. I just needed to put on the Manatee Applique, and I'm super, super excited about it. Okay, so like I said, I'm super excited about it. I'm going to show you guys the blanket, and then I'll tell you all the details. So, here is the blanket. And here is the Manatee Applique. Look how cute that is. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. I've never done anything like this, and I did it. So cute. Try not to dunk at my tea like I did that string of yarn. So, let's fold it up a little bit. I'm super, oh my gosh, I'm super excited. So, the person that I made this for sent me a picture. She's a coworker of mine. Sent me a picture and she said, can you make me something like this? And I said, okay. So initially, the picture was a granny square. And it had this applique down at the corner. So I switched up a bunch of things on it. I did a striped baby blanket. Daisy Farm Crafts. There is a green, gray, and white striped blanket. I just did that stitch pattern. And it's a half double and a single crochet repeat. And I striped it up. Drew up a sketch of what I wanted it to look like. Because usually with stripes, I just let things happen. But I didn't want it with this one. So I drew up a sketch. Had to modify the sketch a little bit. When she sent me the picture, I pulled it up on my phone, went to Hobby Lobby, and matched up the colors, sent her some pictures. This color here in the initial picture, this pink, was actually like a taupe color, and she asked to not have that color in it. I said, okay. So I showed her that pink color, and she said, perfect. So I went with it. The other colors I pretty much matched pretty darn closely. She has no idea what this is going to look like. She just knew what she sent me, and then that's all she knows. So then I was able to find the exact Manatee Applique that was on that blanket that she sent me. Because that's the part that scared me, was that Manatee Applique. I've never done something so detailed ever. But I was able to find it. I was very scared about doing it. It's a pay-for pattern in black and white. Very easy to make. Gives all the details. Every detail that's on here that you see is in that pattern. Now, she does put in the pattern notes that she did let's see here. She did assemble this using a glue gun. She's been doing it for years, and that's her preferred method. And I decided to do that as well too, but because each piece is made individually. So this is the sand made individually. There's 3 pieces of coral individually, 3 pieces of seaweed individually. The back of the manatee is 1 piece. This white part's a piece. Each arm's a piece. The nose is a piece. The nostrils, the head, each flower, everything is its own piece. And so it scared me a little bit, excuse me, to assemble that and sew it all together. So I found it so much easier with the hot glue gun. And it turned out perfectly. My back is nice because, you can't even tell, because I'm using a hot glue gun. Now, if I had to sew all that on here, I would have strings back here, which I wouldn't like. But you can't even tell that's on the other side of it. Nope, not at all. Love that idea. So I am super proud of this. She is currently on maternity leave. I'm not sure if she's stopping into the office before she comes back to work, but she comes back in a few weeks. And I'm excited to give this to her. I am very, very proud of this project. It took me a while to assemble it because I was very precise on what I wanted it to do. So lots of the seaweed, this is not the easiest thing to hold up. So the seaweed is curled. So I didn't glue it down because I wanted to get a little flare, but I've glued enough down so it doesn't flop over and just hang down. So I did the same with the little corals so they can intertwine each other and give it that pop of 3D effect or whatever. So I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to give it to her. I am pretty sure she's going to love it. She loves manatees. So, and she told me exactly what she wanted. And she just doesn't know. She knows the colors, and that's it. She doesn't know that I have the exact manatee. She said something like this. So I found she doesn't know that. She doesn't know it's striped or what it looks like in the color combo that she chose. She doesn't know exactly what it looks like. So I'm super pumped to be giving that to her. Very proud of that project. It's one of my favorites now that I've ever done. Now, the yarn that I used is from I Love This Yarn, or Hobby Lobby, I Love This Yarn. So, for the stripes, I used Glacier, and then I used this really pretty pink. I gotta put all this yarn away now. It's being housed in this bag that Karen gifted me last year for my birthday. And so I'm excited to put another baby project in there. This is the color Rosy Cheeks. I really love that pink color. And the color Sea Blue. And the color White. So that made up the blanket. And then I don't have the label because I used the rest of it. I had a little bit of light gray, and I Love This Yarn. I used up the rest of that. Some black that I had for this, and I used this pink for the coral, and this color here for the seaweed. This is mid green, and for the sand I used Red Heart Buff. So all those colors made up that blanket, and I absolutely love that color combo. It's one of my favorite baby blankets that I've made so far. I've made a couple of my favorites, but that hits the top of the list. The plaid one that I did, that Christy and I did the baby make along last year, the plaid set, that's also one of my favorites too because of that moose lovey that I did. It was really cute. So, yes. Super excited. Very, very proud. That's all I've worked on in the past 2 weeks. I still haven't started the last order that I have for an American flag blanket. Still haven't started that. I need to get that started. And I want to start my next hat. And then, what else? I don't know. I don't know what the week will bring. Christy and I are going to be doing our No Filter Fabricast this week. So be on the lookout for that. And before I forget, we're going to announce the Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 for March. And I just have a few things in regarding that. Once I announce it here, you'll understand why. So for February, remember you can win this skein of yarn from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. So you have a few more days this week to get that done. And then for March, you have a chance to win one skein of this Super Saver Ombre in the color Violet. So pretty. This is 100% acrylic, 4 medium, and there's 482 yards in one of these skeins. And I got to add a stitch marker. Actually, I think I need to make stitch markers. Yeah, so that'd be a really cute amigurumi too. So for March, we are going to do black and white animals. So let's talk about that. Black and white animals, meaning the animals must originally be black and white in real life. So you can't take a dinosaur and make it black and white. Or you can't take I'm drawing a blank here because now I'm talking about it. You just can't take, or a monster and make it black and white. It has to be a black and white animal, like a skunk, a panda, a penguin, a zebra, a cow, stuff like that, black and white. You can do, I will accept domesticated animals as black and white, because you can have a black and white cat, you can have a black and white dog, you can have a black and white bunny. You can do that. You can have other colors on the amigurumi, such as a penguin with an orange beak. You can do that. If you want to put, if you want to make a black and white cow and put hot pink hooves on it, so be it. That's fine. But the cow must be black and white. Now, more and more people are actually entering my amigurumi, which is very exciting. Sorry, I was reading my notes because I feel like I forgot to say something about that. So yes, I'm very excited that more and more people are entering my Attack of the Amigurumi. People are looking at it as the challenge. As to the reason why I created it is because I wasn't good at amigurumi at all. I got very frustrated with it. And most of that sense was lost in an owl I made. It frustrated me so bad I didn't want to do amigurumi ever again. But over the years, as a crocheter, fiber artist, I'm always trying to improve my skills. And I hold that in life in general. I'm always trying to improve the skills that I currently have even better and expand my knowledge, learn new things. So I started the challenge to help my amigurumi skills, and I'm very proud of myself to this day because I'm still learning different techniques on amigurumi. So it's working, and there's people that have always loved making amigurumi and they want to join the challenge. Perfect. If you're a person that is new to the amigurumi, or you've been frustrated in the past and you've been so unsatisfied with your stuffed animal, your amigurumi that you made, this could be a good challenge for you to improve those skills. So yes, I've come a long way in the past year with my amigurumi skills. I'm super proud of myself, as you all should be. I love all the amigurumi that I see. So with more and more people entering into the challenge, which I'm super excited about, I'm going to have to, some of the things that are made, like I said, everyone makes such cute things. But I'm trying to keep it fair across the board. Some things, the amigurumi must be an amigurumi. So it can't be like a keychain or something really, really tiny and entered. Do you know what I mean? So it must be a little bit bigger. Doesn't have to be like huge and big and cuddle size, but it must be bigger than like a little keychain, and stuff like that. Just regular sized amigurumi. They could be small and detailed and fit in your hand, but they can't be teeny tiny where you would put it on a keychain and count it as amigurumi. I'm just trying to keep things fair across the board, simply because there are people that put a lot of work into their amigurumi. And I'm trying to keep it fair for everybody because amigurumi is hard work. It does take a lot of work. So, yes, just throwing that out there. Just keep that in mind, that I will, you know, if it's teeny tiny and, you know, you can throw it in as a keychain or shove it, you know, in your pocket kind of thing, just a little tiny thing, probably not going to count it. So, just trying to be fair to everybody. What else? So black and white animals. Yes. I've been cruising around on the internet trying to decide, and I went through some of my amigurumi books and the patterns I have, you know, trying to find the right one. And I haven't really decided. I'm torn between a couple patterns right now. I'm waiting for something to catch my eye and be like, oh, that's the one I'm doing. And that's usually what happens. I come across, I'm like, this is it. So I'm torn between, I was going to do a zebra, but I don't think I'm going to do a zebra. So there's a panda bear and a cow that I want to do. So I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet. I'm kind of leaning towards the cow at this point, the black and white cow. But I haven't fully decided. I need to get my llamas done first. If you are questioning if your pattern that you chose, your amigurumi that you chose for March for the black and white theme, if you're questioning it, if I will count it, send me a message, send me an email. I will let you know if I will count it. It could be a little hard to figure out if it's going to be acceptable. But like I said, as long as the majority of the animal is black and white, like a skunk, a panda, zebra, stuff like that, you know, and they can have other colors. But as long as majority of the animal, and it has to be an original animal, is black and white, I think we'll be good to go. Like I said, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. It's not a problem. You have a chance to win this ombre yarn here, which is very pretty. So, yes. I didn't work on my design the past 2 weeks. I have a new cow that I'm working on. Hopefully going to start that in April sometime. And Christy and I are doing a no filter this week, so that will be fun. Yes, lots of fun things ahead. I can't wait. And I think that's all I have to share because I feel like I'm forgetting something, so I'm just kind of babbling. I do that a lot, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So, all right. Until next time, remember to keep that yarn running through his fingers. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.